Hey folks, what's going on? Good to be with you again. Hope everyone's doing good out there. It's Sunday as I'm filming this, the 20th of March, and it's the first day of spring. Spring is in the air. Great, because, and that means it's the end of winter, and as far as I'm concerned, good riddance, because folks, I had a pretty rough winter. It was a tough one, but it's over now, and now we have spring, and I'm very happy. So this is the first vinyl dig of spring, basically, even though I did it yesterday, but on Saturday, but showing it, the first vinyl dig for springtime. So here we go. We're gonna start off with Cream. I almost didn't get this, but I figured why not. The story of Cream. The reason I was hesitant to pull the trigger on this one is because I have all the songs that are on here. It's like a best of compilation on RSO. This is a German pressing, import copy, German. And I have quite a few Cream albums. All the songs that are on this collection I have on the albums that they're from. But this seemed like such a good pickup. And I know, even though I respect Cream, I love Eric Clapton and Ginger Baker, but, I could tell I'm not going to listen to this a lot, but it still looked cool to have, so here we go anyway. So, here's the gatefold. Pretty much tells a story of Cream, but it tells it in German, so I can't read it, so there we go. It's on the RSO label. This is a 2 LP set. And it's basically best of Cream. We got Toad and White Room, Strange Brew, Badge, Sunshine of Your Love, the stuff and others. The classic songs you would want to hear from Cream. I thought this was a good looking package, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. The thing that bothers me is, when it comes to Cream, I kind of have to be in the mood for it. Even though I think they're great, they were an awesome band back in their day. It's just not something I'm going to listen to many, many times, but still glad I got it, so there you go. Staying more in the classic rock genre, we got the Mighty Deep Purple Fireball. This was a good copy too. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I know I'm going to get to it tonight. I just got these records yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to get to this one yet. Always on the lookout for some Deep Purple, and this was a nice looking copy that appeared to be in really good shape. And there's the Bitchin' Gatefold. Really nice. It's on the Warner Brothers label. Really nice clean copy. So really glad to get that. There was a while when every time I would go out digging, I was bringing home at least one Deep Purple album, and I kind of cooled off on that for the last couple of months or so, maybe a bit longer. So nice to bring home some Purple again in the collection. So, and I've been after this one for a while, so it's nice to find a good used copy because I don't really want to get reissues anymore. I had that stretch where it seemed like all I was buying was reissues, and I'm not doing that anymore except what's left to get of Phil Collins. And so now it's used records, and I'm happy to be back in that game again. All right, let's move this forward. This is a Japanese pressing. Billy Squier Live and More. I got this for $7, which was pretty cool, and it has the OB strip on it. Really, really cool. It has 2 live tracks on side 1, which is the songs She's a Runner and Listen to the Heartbeat. Side 2 are studio tracks from the songs Everybody Wants You, The Stroke, In the Dark. Pretty cool album. Was listening to this yesterday and was liking what I heard. It has the insert in it, written in Japanese, which is again useless to me since I can't read Japanese. I think the other side is English. Yeah, the other side is English, which is lyrics and a few pictures of Billy Squier. The picture of him posing with his guitars is actually a pretty cool picture, so I like that. So, and the live versions are pretty good. She's a Runner is a good song. Listen to the Heartbeat. It's just a so-so song. But I was glad I picked this up. This was a pretty cool find, and it's always cool to find Japanese pressings of albums. And this one didn't really cost much. It was $7. And I'm glad I got it. It's a fun little listen when I'm in the mood. I do like In the Dark and Everybody Wants You. Those are good songs and they sound great on this Japanese pressing, so big score there. Alright, next up, Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. Lately I have been in the mood to listen to some Alice Cooper, and it's all because of this. Let me get this here. A DVD package I picked up a few weeks ago for the TV show The Midnight Special. If you're as old as I, you remember watching this show as a kid. It was a late night show. It came on at midnight, I think on a Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, during the 70s. It had a run from 1972, I believe, to 1980. It was on there, and it was such a great musical variety show. I mean, you had classic rock bands, you had R&B bands, country bands, acoustic folk bands, stand-up comedians as well from back in the day. Some amazing talent was put on this show, and just to show you, give you some of the idea of the artists that were on there. Now you see Alice Cooper here. This was Alice Cooper's first TV appearance on network television. There's all the DVDs that came with it. There's like 11 DVDs all showing live performances from that show, The Midnight Special. Anyway, so there's a segment where Alice Cooper sang 40 songs. One of them was Only Women Bleed, which is off this album. And I've never really been a big fan of Alice Cooper up until I saw his performance on the Midnight Special on my DVD set there. And it was pretty damn cool. And I used to have a cousin back in the 70s who was really into Alice Cooper and had all his albums. And I'd grown up in a house that was all dominated by R&B music. It didn't really catch my eye. But yeah, this was a really cool album, and I got a really good copy of it. It's on the Atlantic label. So there. Side one of this album I really like, and I was looking at the credits here, and the great Tony Levin plays bass on it, which I didn't know he even worked with Alice Cooper. I mean, this record came out in 1975, but real fun stuff. And after watching that Midnight Special and Alice Cooper's appearance on it, made me want to get the album and some of his older albums. So there we go. This was a cool find. This was a really cool find. The Bee Gees 1. I've never seen this on vinyl before. I've always seen it on CD. So I was really surprised to find it. When I found it, I thought maybe it was going to be a 12-inch single for the song one. And then I flip it over and I could see, like, oh no, it's the whole freaking album. And I was like, wow, what a score. Because, like I said, I've never seen it on vinyl before. So I was really shocked to see this. And it has the original insert, but it's just the lyrics. And I think it's on the Warner Brothers label, correct? Yeah, it's on the Warner Brothers label. Really good, clean copy of it. I always love that song One. I think I've only listened to side one of this album so far. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I haven't gotten to side two yet. But so far, I loved what I heard. This is actually a good album. I've always liked the Bee Gees, and this is not one you find every day. So this was a pretty good find for me. It was like $6, and it was a bargain. All right, let's keep it 80s here. Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. I've always wanted that vinyl copy of that song, and I've heard it hundreds, if not thousands of times since it came out in like 82 or 83. But it was one of my favorite songs back in the 80s, and so lately I've been in the mood to score it. Because I like the song so much. And actually the album's really, really good too. The rest of the songs came with the original insert with all the cool pictures on it. What's the label on this? RCA label. A really fun album to have, just to reminisce. Nice 80s album. Of course, Sweet Dreams. It's been remade so many times, but it's a great song. And nice to have a vinyl copy of it finally. Another 80s album from Ultravox, Lament. There we go, and there's the hype sticker there. And includes the song Small Day in White China, as seen on MTV, back in the good old days when MTV actually played music videos. I got this for the song Dancing with Tears in My Eyes. There's this web series going on YouTube called Behind the Vinyl, sponsored by some radio station, and they get 80s artists or 70s artists to come in and sit down and spin one song for one of their albums, and they tell stories from it. Alex Lifeson for Rush spun Tom Sawyer. Two guys from Spandau Ballet spin the song True. Taylor Dayne spin Tell It to My Heart. And the lead singer from this band, I forgot his name, Midge Erd, or I can't remember his name. He sat and listened to the song Dancing with Tears in My Eyes and just gave back its memories of recording that song, and it was a real cool song. I vaguely remember it from the 80s. Sure, this came with the original insert. Custom label from Chrysalis, I believe is the label. Yeah, I mean, it was cool to listen to his memories of the song and listen to the song as he's sitting there with a big grin on his face. I could tell he loved that song. It was a cool thing to watch, so it made me want to go out and get the album, so I did. And this is actually a really good album. I enjoyed the music on here. Yeah, it reeks of 80s, but it was still a fun listen. Some more classic rock here from the Eagles, One of These Nights. Why not? Used Eagles records are always easy to find, and they're only a couple bucks when you find them. So what the hell, right? That's about all I can say about it. And I always liked the cover. I thought this was a really nice album cover. So I was really happy to pull this one out. Ever since watching the Eagles documentary, it made me hungry to collect more of the early Eagles albums and put in my collections. Like I said, before that I didn't have many. So yeah, I'm real happy to score that. All right, 12-inch singles. Some 12-inch singles, I got a few of them. My last video, I showed a lot of Marillion 12-inch singles because I found like a whole bunch of them in one store in one dig. And I think I bought 6 of them like a couple weeks ago. Yesterday I went back to the same store, and the 2 12-inch singles from Marillion that I rejected were still sitting there, and I thought, screw it, I'm taking it home. I'm taking these home too, because they're only like $3 to $4 a piece. And they're in such great shape, I had to get them. So I got them for Kaylee and for He Knows You Know by Marillion, 12-inch singles. And I had this one before, but this one is in, and mine wasn't, I mean, this one's in better shape. Not that mine was thrashed or anything. This one looks brand new, like it's never been played. It's just really nice. And on the B side, we have the song, extended version of the song, Lady Nina. And we have, for Kaylee, we have the alternative mix and the extended version on side 1. And UK import with the black labels on them. Oh yeah. And like I said, mine was in decent shape, but this one is a lot cleaner and a lot newer looking. So of course I had to grab it. And I always loved that picture for He Knows You Know. That is such a creepy ass picture. And the copy I had originally was actually in good shape too. It's not as good as this one. But hey, you know, why have one when you can have 2 for double the price, right? So bam, that's why I went for it. And on the B side, we have the song Charting the Single. Again, the black custom labels. Really, 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 really nice. So there we go. I snatched up all the 12-inch singles that my favorite store had of Marillion, so good score. Next up, Phil Collins, 12-inch single for the song One More Night. This is the extended mix, really nice. I had this on a 45 with this cover on it, but didn't have it as a 12er, so I thought I would go ahead and score it. It also has, it's a UK pressing with a custom label on it. And there we go. Nice custom labels there. On the B side, we have the song I Like the Way. which never made the No Jacket Required album. And that song actually is pretty good. I like it. I like it. And for an unreleased track, I almost said B-side, but an unreleased track, it sounds pretty good. Because sometimes you listen to those unreleased tracks and you say, well, I see why I didn't make the album. It sucks. But not the case here. I like the way it's a pretty good song. And I like that picture in the back. That's pretty cool. The one in the front's pretty cool too. So we'll be glad to score that. Now this is real 80s here. The Jacksons, Torture. When I was in 8th grade back in 1984, I thought this song was awesome. I thought this song was so cool. I still think it's cool. And it's from the album Victory from the Jacksons. Came out in 84. There's a cover of Victory. Torture was a cool song. This is the extended dance mix on the Epic label. It's just the plain Epic label, nothing exciting. On the B-side is just the instrumental version of Torture. So real cool score there. And another 12-inch single from the Cars, the song You Might Think. I've never seen this before. I never knew this was on a 12-inch single, and I like the artwork of the drawing of the girl there. To me, I thought that looked pretty cool. So we have just the regular album version of You Might Think. On the B-side, we have the song Let's Go, which is one of my favorite Cars songs. And the song I Refuse from the Heartbeat City album. There's a cover of it. Really cool, really cool. When I bought this, it was sealed. It's not sealed anymore because I wanted to listen to it. And it's on the Elektra label. Nice score. From Depeche Mode, Master and Servant 12-inch single version, extended. This is a 3-cut maxi single. On the B-side we have Set Them Free, Motivate Me, and a weird mix of the song People Are People, but it's titled on here Are People People. And it's a very strange remix of that song. It's more like a percussion loop with a bunch of industrial sounds. I do like the 12-inch version of Master and Servant. It actually sounds pretty cool. Don't care for Our People Are People. I like the regular version better because I always love that song. But oh well, what the hell. It was only a couple of bucks, and this was in really good shape. It's on the Siren Mute label, so it was a good find. Alright, so that's going to do it with 12-inch records. I got some little 45s here. I'll blaze through them real quickly because, you know. From Genesis, Man on the Corner, but it is this cool Charisma label. It's not the Atlantic label like we get here in the U.S. I really love those labels on 45s. It's so cool. On the B-side, we have the song Submarine from the Abacab Sessions. Really good score. And I always like to collect the 45s that have the Charisma label on it. This was a good find for me. One of my favorite songs from the 80s from General Public, Tenderness. This was such a badass song. I still love listening to this song. When I brought this 45 home, I think I listened to it like 3 times. I love that song from General Public. So really happy to have the 45 for it. This was a pretty weird find. This is a promo only from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, a song Change of Heart, promo copy. And it's on red vinyl, which I thought was pretty sweet. So it was only $1, so what the hell. I just went ahead and snatched it. I don't see this every day, so just for that. The song is so-so, but it was cool to find on red vinyl. So there we go. From Robert Plant, Pink and Black. I always like to collect the 45 singles that have the picture sleeve, the custom picture sleeve. That's pretty cool. And the label, this is a custom label here, so I forgot the name of the label, but there we go. I don't have my reading glasses on, so I couldn't really make out the name. Yes, I'm at that age where I need reading glasses. It sucks. It sucks to get old, folks. Trust me. Alright, and I don't know where I put my reading glasses, to tell you the truth. Alright, next one up is from Fleetwood Mac, Seven Wonders. Was so glad to find this and find it in a picture sleeve. This is one you don't really see out there all that often. I've always loved this song, Seven Wonders. Stevie Nicks' voice sounds so fucking good on it. It's on the Warner Brothers label. Pretty nice. Backed with the song Book of Miracles. So really love that song. Seven Wonders. It's just an awesome song. One of my favorite Fleetwood Mac songs from the late 80s. The only song I like from Lou Gramm's a solo artist. Midnight Blue. I never really heard the album, so I can't really say it's the only one I've heard, but I always love that song Midnight Blue. Not enough to buy the whole album, but hey, I got the 45, that's good enough for me. And from Till Tuesday, Voices Carry, everybody knows this song. It was such a popular 80s song. I loved it, and I do have the album that it's featured on, but I don't really spin that album very often, so I think I'll probably spin this more than the actual album it's from. Might end up getting rid of that album, actually, now that I have this. And two more and we're done here. From Yes, the song Leave It. I just like the way that picture sleeve looks, so I wanted to go ahead and grab it. I love the song, of course. There's an a cappella version of the song Leave It on the B-side, which sounded so good. It's on the Atco label, just like in the early 80s. The a cappella version of Leave It is really interesting to listen to. Some good harmonies on that song, so pretty cool. And the last one, another 80s song from John Waite, the song Change, which was from the Vision Quest soundtrack. It's actually a pretty decent soundtrack for the times, you know, mid-80s or so, 84, 85. And I always liked that movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I like the movie and I like the song Change. There's some other good songs on there too. A couple songs from Madonna. There was a good song from Journey from that album. So, I mean, from that soundtrack. Good stuff. Well, that's it. That's going to do it here for the first dig of the springtime. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And leave me some comments and we'll get some chatter going. Hope everyone's doing good out there, and I'll see you next time around.